Hey Stack Schoolers, Mr. Tim here. I'm sorry I've been neglecting the website for the past couple months, I know, but hopefully I won't be neglecting it too much in the near future. I have put 2 new articles on the site, one describing the 3 new rule changes that the World Sports Stacking Association has announced that take place on April 10th at the World Championships, and a second longer article detailing why I am in favor of these rule changes. Now, I know that probably puts me in the minority of those of you who are actually watching this video. I've seen a lot of negative reaction to the rule changes, and honestly, I understand and appreciate why many of you are upset. I took some time and thought about not just the short-term repercussions of the rules, but what I thought the rules are going to do for sports stacking in the long term, and I think they're actually going to be really good for the sport moving ahead into the future, which would be good for all of us. So I encourage you to go to stackschool.com, take some time and read the article, and feel free to post any comments on the site. I'd love to start a little bit more of a dialogue on what the long-term effects of these rules will be, and not just what it'll do to the World Championships in a couple weeks. I do think that the rules will lead to some faster world records, especially in the 333. But overall, I think that the goal of the WSSA was to make the sport judgeable by a human referee without requiring the need for slow motion video replay. Basically because it's impossible for tournaments to videotape all of the preliminary rounds, and to make it fair for those who are moving on to the finals, it was a really good move to make rule changes that will allow a human referee to accurately judge whether a run is valid or not. It'll also make for less confusion about who wins the final awards at the end of a tournament. And I'm sure that a lot of you have been part of a tournament where you might have felt, in your opinion, that the winner or someone who got a top prize may have in fact double down stacked on a stack or scratched in some way. You may have even found out a couple weeks later that the video review showed that they did indeed scratch an attempt and still received an award at the tournament. So these are problems that the WSSA had under the current rules that I think that the new rules will help solve a lot of those problems and make the sport better for competitive sports stackers like us. And I know it'll be annoying in the next couple weeks to try to change some styles and get used to not tapping on the cycle. And the timing of the announcement was a little bit interesting for me, that we are so close to the biggest tournament. But I know a lot of you, again, will remember that last year's World Championships were very difficult in terms of judging, and even judging after the fact. And so hopefully these rules will help make this year's tournament go a lot more smoother. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'll let you read the article. Please feel free to make comments here, or especially on the website, and I'll look forward to seeing a lot of you in Denver, and I'm sure that many of you will have no trouble adjusting to the new rules. So I'll see you later.